Hello everybody and welcome back to the finance crisis. We have a pretty big finance crisis. Medjugorje would actually agree to become our vassal right now, so let's go ahead and offer them that immediately. There we go. We now get half their monthly income. That'll help. Hopefully. We do want to fight the Mamluks sooner rather than later. Can we do that without fighting Hassa, though? That's the question. And the answer is maybe? Hassa almost certainly will not break their alliance. And the House of Salamanid is shaken. There seems to have been a misunderstanding regarding the heritage of the great-grandmother of Demetros I. It seems that she was the daughter of a lowly farmer from outside Gondar. So we could lose 5 prestige or 5 legitimacy. We're legitimacy capped, and we are gaining legitimacy by about 1 a year, so we'll just go ahead and deny it fervently. There we go. Excellent. So if we were to attack the Mamluks right now, would Hassa actually join? They would. Yeah, they definitely would. Okay. Well, we'll just keep chilling where we are right now and try to find an opportunity to attack them. We'll cut our army maintenance a little further. They'll just trickle back in very slowly, the manpower will. 100 troops a month. Okay, so that'll be 54 months at that rate. But we are making 6 ducats a month, so hopefully we'll be able to repay some of these debts soon. We have a total debt of 1,445 ducats. We do desperately need to be cracking into that. We are cracking into it via reducing our corruption somewhat. And actually, let's go ahead and increase our rooting out corruption to the point where we're making about 2 ducats a month, something like that. There we go. Excellent. Much, much better. Our corruption will be going down quite quickly now, relatively speaking. It takes a while to root out corruption, which is one of the reasons why I don't like debasing currency. And is one of the reasons why I have not further debased our currency in order to reduce our amount of interest that we're paying. Although once we get a little bit closer to 0 corruption, it might not be a terrible idea. Currently with us at 8.78, probably not. I certainly want to keep us under 10. So, we'll see how that all goes. Might as well. Actually, we cannot drill these, and if we do, we'll be paying full maintenance for them, which we don't want to be doing right now. However, we do have a bit of money coming in. Do we have an inflation reducer? We don't. Any advisor that we want to hire? Not really. Okay. We can purchase a Splendor ability, though, or we can start a Golden Era. For 50 years. Okay, that can only be done once in a campaign, and it would give us plus 10% morale. Goods produced as well. Alternately, we could just take prestige per development from missionary. Let's go ahead and do that. We are doing a lot of converting. We can start a golden era at any time. As of right now, I'm not sure that this is the right time. We are still relatively early in the game. We're just over 100 years in, so let's not do that quite yet. Beja is getting very, very close indeed to allowing us to annex them, and in fact, we should do this. Let's go ahead and send a gift to them of 25 ducks, and that will put them just about up high enough, and then we can, once our diplomat gets available, or rather, once we can send another diplomat to them, we can increase relations slightly. There we go. It'll go up by another 6. So that'll get us up high enough. And then there will be 3. I mean, there was 3. And then we diplo-vassalized Medjugorje. We never fought a war with them. We do have a rebel uprising coming in Hejaz, in Bisha, which is, of course, here. Go ahead and park troops right next to it. We're no longer a great power. That happens. It's because we're 2 institutions behind. We'll get there. If we can just push up to the Mediterranean, that'll be a huge boon for us in terms of institutions. Because currently, the Mamluks have embraced it. It is currently spreading in Beja and Medjugorje, but it's actually not currently spreading in our territory, which is indeed unfortunate. Well, it'll get here eventually. Okay, go ahead and recall him. And we can start annexing these guys in 1556. Because they did their revolution, we can't annex them until 10 years after that. Unfortunate. That makes me very sad. When can we annex these guys? 62? Okay, so no annexation for a while. Oh well. Go ahead and pull these guys back. So Hassa is only allied with the Mamluks. I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay. Here's the idea. What we do is we build a spy network here in Dawasir. Hassa is currently guaranteeing the independence of them. We fight this, we take this, we defeat Hassa, and we take maybe a province or two, but more importantly, we break their alliance with the Mamluks. That's what we're doing. Let's do it. We do have some rebels coming up, and we are currently pretty precarious in the financial situation, but it should be okay. We do desperately need to pay off some of these loans, but more importantly right now, we are rooting out corruption quite quickly. Once we get down to about under 8 corruption, we may debase currency again, so just keeping it under 10, just so that we can repay loans more quickly and control how much we're actually spending on paying down that debt. But for now, we'll just keep doing what we're doing while we wait for this spy network to finish up. They're unlikely to revoke this guarantee, and doing it this way, we can fight just Dawasir and Hassa with both of our armies, and then send these guys up here and fight the Mamluks and their little piddly little friends up there. No one cares about them. When are these rebels going to pop? Not for a while yet. 14k troops. Once they hit 90%, we'll bring up our maintenance, most likely. And this is what, about a little over a year before we'll be able to lower our corruption. Okay. We may want to do it now, just so that we are not going as far into debt. We're probably not going to hit debt from this. Once we start actually fighting the war, we should theoretically be profitable-ish. Heavy on the ish. Yay, more loans. Okay. What's going on over here, Bamanas? Doesn't look like much. What if they actually got? What if they decided to interfere over here? Would that be a problem? There they are, Bamanas. They currently have under 30k troops. That's not too bad. Okay. And they're out of manpower. They've actually merked up. Why do they have mercs? They don't have any... They don't have any wars going on. Benign neglect. It seems that the government that governs the least governs the best. As far as those outside the capital are concerned, our non-involvement has proved beneficial, and the local economy is booming. Well, we want to say if it moves, tax it, because we need money. Badly. Very, 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 very badly indeed. How much are we paying per month to reinforce? Okay. If we increased our maintenance to full, how much of this is reinforcement? Over half. Okay. Well, we don't want to do that quite yet, I don't think. Are they at 90%? No, they're not at 90%. So we don't want to do that quite yet. We'll just reduce our army maintenance down about to there. Once they hit 90%, that's when we will increase. Because we do have quite a while left before this spy network is built. The Mamluks are currently guaranteeing Cyprus still. I'm surprised the Ottomans seem to have just kind of given up coming down this way ever since they got blocked here. They just don't seem too interested. I'm okay with that. It's Tunis that could be the problem. How strong is Tunis, actually? That's something we should know. Tunis is not super strong. We can beat them. Of course, they are allied with the Ottomans, so we'd have to try to find some way to fight them without fighting the Ottomans. Kind of similarly to how we're going to split up the Mamluks and Hassa. Okay. Sounds bueno. We're still at 80% here. Okay. A couple of rebel armies will spawn. Nice. I love that tooltip. It's just, could you get more vague? Also, Spain is selling tea and sugar. Good job, Spain. You go. You go, Spain. What is going on up here? The Ottomans are wrecking Muscovy. And Muscovy has a bunch of peasants. Okay, so Muscovy is ripping pepperonis. For now, at least. And we can go ahead and do this. Urbanization. While only a small portion of our population live in the cities, the growing prosperity of the burghers is attracting an increasing number of people from the countryside. Some cities are growing so quickly that existing problems in terms of sanitation and overcrowding have gone from troubling to catastrophic, according to the burghers. The poor have taken up residence outside the city walls, where filthy suburbs have sprung up and disease thrives. The burghers find the situation intolerable and are now demanding that the state step in to provide help both in terms of resources and enforcement of rules outside the walls. Only this way can this increasing urbanization actually lead to something good. Well, we can spend 90 ducks and gain a base tax. In the long run, that will be fantastic. Or we can do that, and in the long run, that will be... Well, in the short run, it'll be annoying, and in the long run, it'll be irrelevant. For now, we're going to take the base tax. Just because it'll pay off eventually. It does cut pretty heavily into our treasury, unfortunately. However, we can get ourselves Admin Tech 10. Excellent. Allows an idea group, which is, you know, just what we need. Something else to spend our resources on. We should probably grab ourselves a diplomatic one just in case we somehow, at some point, ever get ahead in diplomacy. We'll go ahead and grab exploration so that we can get more colonists. We'll do that, and then, for now, we will be largely ignoring that. We also still have this rebel uprising. It's still at 80%. There we go. Now it ticked up to 90%. Just in time. We are going to be spending a lot of money. That would get us into debt immediately. Well, let's just try to bring this up. We'll also bring down our rooting out corruption to something like this for now, just so that we can put the money into our military. Kind of like that. So that way we are reinforcing a decent speed, but we're not actually losing money. Most of our reduction here is, in fact, from unbalanced research and religious unity still. We are working on that. Our religious unity is slowly coming up, but most of this is Sunni or Shia, which is pretty difficult to convert. We'll get there, though. Okay, so one of these days, these guys will pop. We want them to pop very, very soon. They'll almost certainly pop in Bisha, right? Yeah, almost certainly. We'll move these guys up here so that we just have overwhelming force. And then we'll be able to... we are going to take attrition. I think that's okay. They'll only be there for a month or two, hopefully. Next revolt will be in about 1 year, according to that. We could stick them here instead. Although it would be more efficient to move them there and those guys there instead. Like so. That way we don't take an attrition tick for a month. Excellent. And now these guys will pop at any time. We do have this ready to go. So we'll go ahead and fabricate our claim on Najran. There we go. And if we were, hypothetically, to declare war, Hassa and Aniza would come in. Ottomans would not. They're allied with Ottomans right now. We need to declare this immediately then. Yeah. This has to go now. Just because if Ottomans came in on this... Why did the Ottomans ally them? But if Ottomans came in on this, this would completely screw us. And because they won't come in right now, we have to do this now. Aniza is not really a problem. We'll go ahead and do this. And hope and pray that the Ottomans don't come in. The Ottomans did not come in. Okay, let's do this. You guys, come over here. You guys, come up here. Our vassals will slowly start trickling up here. We don't actually know where the Hassan army is. Hassa only has... past him. Here we go. 9,000 troops. So that shouldn't be too threatening. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drop a siege force right here, and then we're going to put the rest of that army here to deal with these rebels when they pop. And we desperately need to start making some spoils of war. There we go. Okay. 6. Gotcha. We'll leave 2 and 5. And the rest of this will go right here. Ottomans just entered a military alliance with Hassa. I don't believe they can join this, though. Okay, we need to be pushing forward here. We'll drop these guys in Taois here just so that they can loot. So the only thing we're actually super interested in here is breaking this alliance between the Mamluks and Hassa. Anything else would be a bonus. There's those rebels. Perfect timing, bros. Okay, we'll just finish this siege, and then we will walk in and hope that our allies and vassals help out. These guys are going to go ahead and walk up this way. We don't still know where Hassa's army is. Have not seen that yet. Yeah, looks like Mogadishu is going to help us. And Medjugorje. Excellent. Yep, there's those guys put down. Sounds good. Ah, yes. Good old wasteland. We're going around because of the zone of control of this fort. Okay. There's Taois here. Sounds good. If they're all going around through the Mamluks, then we will just head this way with our primary force and chase them around while our vassals and our secondary force up here takes all their territory. Excellent. Okay, so Aniza is in this. They're, of course, not a co-belligerent. That's not the point, it's not the point to take provinces. We might take one from Hassa, maybe 2. Like, if we take Taruba and Dawasir here, that would be fine. But that would be it. And we just took a loan, so getting further in debt, always good. We really do need to consolidate some of our debt. We are down below our corruption level, so that's good. Okay. We are in a very solid position here to win this war. All of their troops are over here. All of ours are sieging. Theirs are just kind of wandering. And we have a response force here. Naive relative. A close member of the family of our ruler has proven utterly naive and keeps telling foreigners vital information publicly. This is technically treason, but executing a member of the royalty might cause unrest. Well, we could execute him and lose some prestige. Or we could get a compromised spy defense, minus 25 foreign spy detection for 20 years. Well, let's execute the kid. Get out of here. He's a treasonous kid. He is a traitor. Not a traitor, but a traitor. Isn't American English fun? Well, this is going pretty swimmingly up here. We'll chase these guys back this way, and then these guys will come into to Aniza here. Hey, we sieged this successfully. You guys can go ahead and come siege this now. We will extend this loan. We don't want to take another one accidentally. These guys are actually coming down this way. We're going to want to chase them down as well as we can. They don't have a leader. Our leader does have 2 maneuver. So with any luck, we will be able to catch them eventually. Theoretically. Apparently it is not now. Yeah, we'll go ahead and extend all of these loans as well. We are heavily in debt. Can't catch these guys either. Unfortunate. This is fine though. This is completely fine. We just continue sieging. And we just keep going with what we're doing. Hassa probably doesn't want out yet. Nope, they do not. Okay. Excellent. Sounds good. Ugh, we can't catch these guys. They're too fast. Well, this siege is just about over, so we will have some more space freed up over here. Not sure where these guys are even going. There, we caught them. Excellent. We also have a couple of decisions available. We could pass the Conventicle Act, discourage nonconformists by forbidding any form of religious assembly of more than 5 people other than those approved by the established church. Plus 1% missionary strength. We'll do it. Pass the Declaration of Indulgence Act. Suspend all penal laws for members of other religions other than the established church, and grant them the freedom of public worship and rights of advancements to military and civil offices. Well, that would give us plus 5% stability and plus 1% tolerance of heretics. We'll go ahead and do that. That will probably make us a little bit less unstable, which would be very, very good indeed. And we'll wipe this out. Maybe. There we go. We did wipe it. I was beginning to think that that wouldn't be a stack wipe, but it was. We can invest in an exploration idea, but we won't do that, since we do need the tech. We won this siege, so these guys can now come up here and siege this. Any of these guys want out yet? No, not yet. Okay. Mamluks, are you allied with these guys? No, just Hassa, Fadl, and Lebanon. Okay. Well, we will go ahead and keep doing what we're doing. They're taking over some provinces over there. That's fine. They can do that. They're just kind of spread out. They're spread very thin. We have sieges going well, though, so we can very easily take back this territory. And they're actually walking this way. We'll see if we can catch them in Assab. Maybe we can, at least some of them. Let's see. They're traveling to Assab. They're going back up this way now. Yeah, we caught some of them. Excellent. That is very, very good indeed. And we'll keep just fighting them. There we go. And looks like our vassals are going to go ahead and take some of this back. Maybe. We hope. We do have low war enthusiasm. Hassa and Aniza are at medium. If we can get Aniza out of this war, but they don't want out yet. Okay. That's fine. You can do that. We'll go ahead and march up here. Truce with Medri Bari is over. That's completely irrelevant. We do also have some rebels coming in Mara over here, so they might fight these guys. That would be cool. There we go. That siege is now over. Excellent. Excellent. These guys will march up here and siege this probably. Actually, we can't get there yet. Yep, prestige increases, since we now get prestige increases from converting. That's the word I'm looking for. Converting. Let's go ahead and march these guys up this way. We do want to knock Aniza out of this war ASAP. This siege will finish soon. There we go, it finished. So Aniza now wants out of this war desperately. And we're going to let them out, only with some war reps and some gold. And they're going to steer trade towards us too. There you go. You can get out of this, Aniza. Go on. Get out of here. There you go. There you go, buddy. Okay. How much does Hassa want out? 6 reasons. Well, I want more than 6 reasons worth of concessions out of them, so that's not going to be a thing. These guys can go ahead and march directly into here. They have no way of getting through here now. They have to come around this way if they want to hit our main territory. Dawasir wants out of this war. We're not going to let them out just yet. They are, in fact, going to be the last ones that we let out of this war. We're going to be taking half of their territory. We don't really care about this one. So Hassa has 14 reasons to want out of this war now. So we would go ahead and annul their treaty with the Mamluks, and that's all we would really want. And then maybe take, like, some ducks. We'll just keep sieging for now. They won't accept that yet. The Netherlands just declared independence from Spain. What is going on up there? Wow. Spain has really cracked into the HRE, apparently. Austria, what are you doing? Who is the emperor? Austria. Austria, what are you doing? Why aren't you defending the empire from Spain? Are you allied with Spain? No. I mean, I guess that explains why all they've done so far is call for the Reichsreform and they have no imperial authority. Good job, Austria. Well, let's just finish up this war down here real quick. A sacked monastery. One of our provinces has sent representatives to request resources and support in the restoration of an old monastery recently sacked in a bandit raid. The foundations of the stone walls were set generations ago, and people in the area long for nothing more than to restore the building and make it a beacon of holy worship. Any aid given to the community would potentially impress the locals. So we can restore it, giving us local development cost reduction and losing 54 ducks. But they can pray in their homes. We aren't going to be developing that region anytime soon, so it's all good. It's all good. There we go. That fell. Now they should have significant reasons to want out. 3. -1. 0. There. 350 ducks. They annul any and all treaties with the Mamluks. That looks good. Let's send that demand. Okay, these guys will go ahead and march directly to here. These guys to here. Because we are going to be fighting the Mamluks next. Now that they no longer will have a multi-front war set up. We can become Defender of the Faith, but that's really expensive. We're not going to do that. We're going to repay some of our loans instead. There we go. Now we're paying a lot less interest. We are currently 1355 in debt. So that's good. And we're going to go ahead and cut our army maintenance pretty significantly, down to about there or so. We do have some Yemeni separatists coming up. And we actually are not completely out of this war yet. We do still have Dawasir over here. So we should, in fact, increase our maintenance right back up. There we go. We need to go crush their little armies over here real fast. Actually completely forgot. Oh my, we can't get through Hassa. That's awkward. We have no way to get through here. They will not accept that. Huh. Interesting. Well, come on. We get there. We get there. We get there. We get there. And then we'll try to figure out what to do about this army. It will get black flagged once we peace out. We can walk it out at that point. Okay. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and just piece these guys out, actually. We'll take this. Who gets upset? Nobody, really. Nobody that we care about. Take their ducks. Take war reps. And they can transfer trade power to us as well. There we go. And now we just march on down and kill these rebels. Core this. There we go. We can pay off a loan, but we are losing a significant amount of money. And actually, we can't pay a loan. Don't know what I'm talking about. Can debase our currency, but I don't want to do that any further. It would allow us to pay off a loan, but at what cost is always the question there. So we'll go ahead and crush these dudes. These guys can now walk straight through here since they're black flagged. So that's all good. Unpopular mathematician. Like many rulers of this age, Demestros I has wanted to surround himself with great minds that can debate the secrets of the world. Some possess great wit and excel at debates, while others are more suited for solitary experiments or mathematical calculations. There is no doubt quite a bit of rivalry at times, as the favor of the Negusa Nagast can be a very beneficial thing to have for any thinker, scientist, or innovator. One such intelligent fool has lately come to be ridiculed by many peers. This guy has a great mind for mathematics, but is a noticeably poor debater, and some would argue the reputation of the court suffers for indulging such work. We can gain in innovativeness and lose 20 prestige, or we can gain 10 prestige and gain 5 legitimacy. He is embarrassing us. Are we going to lose this? We may lose this, unless we get a good roll here. We got a good roll. We got a bad roll. We got a decent roll. We won. Well, that was a roller coaster of emotions. Jakob Afsa and his family, a merchant family from Gondor, has come to greatly expand our long-range trade. We've seen this one before. We can use their influence to extract maps of the Sindhi hinterlands. Okay. We should not ask what they can do for us. What is good for them is good for us. Plus 10 trade power. Or we can get an advisor. We can't afford an advisor. Let's take the 10 trade power for now. The Mamluks are currently allied with Fadl and Lebanon. Do we have a CB on them? We do have a CB on them. That is good. We are going to want to declare war on them ASAP, actually. So we want to get up here. We do have a rebel uprising coming in Mara. 1.4 years. Can we just increase autonomy over there and not have to deal with that? That would be nice. Looks like we can, in fact. And so we shall. Okay, so they now have just... What province is that? Let's see here. Is that this? That's this. Okay. So we're not going to have to deal with that one. And then Behan. Okay, that's right here. We can't do that. However, this is Aden. Damar Sana. Can't do that. Let's see, where was Sana? Here. This is Sana. Okay, we'll just leave that the way it is. That's not going to be a problem for 3.4 years, which by then, potentially, we may have the unrest completely gone. Just because their separatism is going to be going down. Okay, well, let's go ahead and march on up here. We do need to lower our army maintenance. We'll lower that all the way to the bottom. We're not going to root out more corruption just yet, just because we want to get our interest payments gone. That's the top priority currently. So we'll go ahead and march these guys on up here. Currently the Mamluks are not allied with anybody particularly important. So once we get in position, we'll raise our maintenance and then we'll declare war. And then I think we'll go ahead and put a cut in here. We got a fair amount done, and we're going to be going to our first offensive war against the Mamluks very, very shortly. Yep. That's all fine. That is perfectly fine. We actually have military access through the Mamluks still, don't we? No, we don't. I didn't think so. We'll actually leave those guys where they are and move this army up here. There we go. Okay, just a little bit longer here. In fact, let's go ahead and raise our army maintenance right now. We're not going to be able to maintain this for super long. We'll be better off here because we're not taking attrition. So we shall move there. And then we'll give this perhaps 2 more month ticks. It'll take another month to get here-ish. And then we'll give it probably until the year tick. And then I'll go ahead and put a cut in, and then we will be fighting the Mamluks. So 1 more month on that. We are losing money relatively rapidly. A lot of that is, in fact, our reinforcement. Our fleet is currently making us money as well, so that's all good. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and declare war on the Mamluks. Lebanon and Fadl will be coming in. This is Fadl here, and this is Lebanon here, so that's not particularly threatening. So we'll go ahead and do this. Can we co-belligerent either of them? Should we co-belligerent either of them? Ajan, nope. And we could co-belligerent Fadl. No reason not to, really. And our CB is going to be to take this, I guess. We're going to want to push up here, and we're also going to want to push up here. We can't do that all in one war, probably, but we'll go ahead and declare on them. Okay. And let's go ahead and put that cut in. And I will see you all next time.